lentil soup. I've never met a lentil soup I didn't like, but I'll tell you, this is my family favorite for lentil soup. It's amazing. This is one my grandchildren love. I was so surprised when kids actually like lentil soup, but for some reason it works. I think one of the reasons it works at our house is we put Italian sausage or any sausage with it. This recipe, although, as I said, there are so many good lentil soup recipes, this one is adapted from Carrabba's Italian restaurant. So it's good, and of course I can't help but make my own little adaptations to it. So here's how we start out. This is optional if you use the sausage or not. For years I didn't use sausage, but because my grandchildren like it so much, now it's kind of a staple. So you have like a pound of any kind of sausage. And we have a cup of one zucchini chopped up. We have 2 carrots chopped up, 1 celery chopped up. You could add 2 or 3, and I think it's a cup of onions. So, and here's our spices. We have 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. We have a teaspoon of salt, and this is Italian herbs. So that's a combination of things that you would find in Italy. Sometimes I add my own, but this is much easier. And then a lot of times I'll add just a little kick of red pepper, or these red peppercorns. So, you actually can't go wrong using the recipes that are on the containers of these soups, because they want to make sure you buy it again. So it's not bad, but this one's even better. So we start out here with our pan, and it has 7 cups of, you could use chicken broth or vegetable broth. So the water's already in here. So it's so easy. Lentil is the one bean that you don't have to soak ahead of time. Most of them you'll digest better if you soak them overnight or do a special process. But with lentils, it's not a problem. So it's actually really fast because this only needs to be on the stove for about 35 minutes. So it's a quick, easy, and inexpensive meal. So then we just add all of our ingredients. So simple. I should brown the onions and the garlic ahead of time, but not necessary. The fun about making this is I'm already testing it as we're doing. Oh, the other thing I forgot, kind of important, is this is canned tomatoes. If you have fresh tomatoes, even better. 32 ounces, or 30 to 32 ounces. I just heated these, I just prepared these ahead of time. Sometimes while the stew is, or the lentil soup is boiling, I'll go ahead and make sure do the sausage separately, and then just add it to the soup because it's already ready. Okay. Now I said 7 cups. Don't be surprised if you need to add a little bit more as it's cooking. So here we're gonna go. This is so simple. Is that like the simplest meal ever that kids will actually eat? And and it freezes well too. So it's a really good all-purpose food. And now it's just gonna go on the stovetop. We're gonna have it go on a boil and then a slow simmer for 35 minutes. So over the next 35 minutes, I'll just be coming to stir it occasionally, and just to make sure that if I can add more water if necessary. Other than that, I'll show you when it's finished. So here we have a really good Carrabba's style Italian version of lentil soup. And this would be good with a salad, or a good French bread, a really crusty bread, or cornbread. Anything that keeps your other hand occupied when you're not on the soup itself. So it's really delicious. It's so hot. I want to try it. I just have to let it sit out here for a minute. Ooh la 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 la. Fresh off the stove. So again, lentil soup is something you can freeze. You can put it in little individual containers and put them in the freezer. Take them with your lunch. Take them to school. So you can make a big pot of this, And this is about probably 8 or 10 servings. I have another recipe that is essentially like this, but you add rice to it. It makes 10 to 16 servings. Oh my gosh. I really need to have the recipe because it's really, really healthy because it has brown rice in it. But it's gigantic in its proportions. So the soups are really good to freeze, and that's a really handy thing. You know, it's nice to just do a lot of your prep work in the kitchen on one afternoon or one day, and then you have your food ready for the week, or sometimes most of the month if you make big portions of things. So let's see now. Oh, I got the seasonings just right. Very nice. Beautiful to look at, beautiful to taste, good in your stomach. It's an all-around winner. So lentil soup, I hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much.